Hi, welcome to Santosha Rose. My name's Sam, and today we're going to be doing another 15-minute yoga basics, and we're going to be exploring balance. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. See you on the mat. We're going to start the practice today on hands and knees. So coming into a tabletop position, grounding down, wide fingers, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, and pressing into the yoga mat, imagining that you're trying to lift your upper body as far away from the mat as possible, feeling that engagement through the core. We're going to have lots of space between the shoulders and the ears, and keeping that space, bringing the tummy down, lifting the head up. Then pressing into the hands, curling through the spine, chin comes into chest. And then syncing this up with the breath. So we inhale as the tummy comes down and the head lifts. We exhale, curling through the spine, pressing into the hands. One more time, tummy comes down and head lifts up. And then curling through the spine, chin comes into chest, navel into spine. Fabulous. Coming back to a flat back position here. It's a nice neutral spine. We're going to engage through the core, taking our first balance as we lift the right hand up, reaching it in front, thumb facing up, little finger facing down. Then taking the left leg back, creating a straight line from the fingers to the toes. And really reaching here, pressing into the top of the right foot, the left hand, and then we're going to bring the hand and knee back down. Taking a breath here just to notice the difference on the two sides. Then reaching the left hand in front, little finger facing down, thumb facing up. Keeping that engagement through the core, we lift the right leg behind, stretching the fingers and toes away from each other, using the top of the left foot to support with the balance here. And slowly bringing the hand and knee back down. And we're going to step the left foot in front, coming between the hands. Lifting up, pressing into the foundation. So we have a right angle from the left heel up to the left knee. We're not dumping down through the center line here. So pressing the feet and the top of the right foot away from the mat so the upper body is lifting up. We're going to reach the arms up to the ceiling. Palms facing in towards each other, squeezing the thighs in towards the midline. Taking the gaze up between the hands makes this more of a balancing pose. So we can use the top of the right foot to help with the balance. Bringing the gaze back down, we're going to bring the hands in front of the chest and take a twist to the left hand side. So as we twist here, bringing the right elbow to the outer edge of the left thigh. Maybe this feels like this is enough. If you want a little bit more challenge with your balance, you can tuck the right toes, lift the right knee up off the floor. So we're twisting here. Ultimately, we're working towards getting the upper body so far around that the hands are in the middle of the chest, but don't worry if they're not there yet. And we're going to release with the hands, bringing the hands down to frame the foot. Bring the back knee down if you've lifted it up. And then rising back up, using the top of that right foot for balance. We're going to bring the right hand into the small of the back, creating a back bend here. So reaching the left arm up to the ceiling. If it feels good for your back, you can take this a little bit further, bringing the right hand to the right shin or the right ankle, coming into a half camel pose. Keeping the hips nice and square. Then pressing into the top of that right foot, lifting both arms back up to the ceiling. Bring the right hands, both hands down lightly to touch on the mat, straightening through that left leg. Breathing here, maybe folding forward. And bending through that left leg again. I'm going to plant the hands, tuck the toes, lifting the right knee. We take the left leg back to join the right, downward facing dog. Maybe bending and straightening with the legs here. Keeping it nice and gentle in this down dog. We're going to step the right foot forward in between the hands this time, bringing the left knee down, untucking that left toe, reaching both arms up to the ceiling again, palms facing in towards each other, feeling that sense of engaging through the thighs coming into the midline. Bring the hands together in front of the chest, pressing the palms together. We're going to twist to the right hand side this time, bringing the left elbow to the outer edge of the right thigh. If you want that extra challenge, you can tuck the left toe, lift the left knee up, coming into a low lunge. And pressing the palms together, we can use the breath to inhale and lengthen, exhale and twist. And releasing with the hands, we're going to frame the foot, bringing the left knee down if we've lifted it, reaching both arms up to the ceiling, squeezing into that midline. Bring the left hand to the small of the back, right hand's reaching upwards. If it's good for your back, you can bring the left hand down onto the shin, onto the ankle. Keeping the hips nice and square so we're not turning over to the left hand side. Then engaging through the core to bring the body up, reaching both arms up to the ceiling, then lightly touching down the fingers, straightening through that right leg. Breathing here. We're going to bend through the right leg again, planting the hands down, tuck the left toe, lift the left knee, send the right leg back, downward facing dog. Lifting up through the sitting bones, pressing into the foundation. Now walk the feet slowly to the top of the mat, bending generously in the knees, meeting in a ragdoll fold at the top of the mat, holding the opposite elbow with each hand, maybe taking a gentle sway from side to side. You release with the hands, uncurling, so bringing the hands up the legs as we uncurl through the spine here, coming all the way to a standing position, circling the shoulders back and down the spine, gaze forward. You're going to lift up the toes, spread them out as wide as they'll go, and then bringing the toes down one at a time, starting with the little toe. Feeling that sense of connection through the feet, engaging through the legs, the kneecaps, having that slight engagement through the core, relaxing in the shoulders, in the face. You're going to inhale, bring the right knee in front, and then letting go with the left arm, bring the left arm out. We take the right knee out to the side. Finding a gaze point, a drishti, something in front of you that's not moving, that can be the focus for your gaze. You're going to release with the right hand if that feels possible. Don't worry if you're wobbling is fine. You're going to bring the right knee back in, release it down to the floor, releasing in the hands. Fabulous, we'll balance that out. So inhaling, lifting the left knee up, you release with the right hand, taking that left leg out to the side. And again, don't worry if you're wobbling or if you fall out. Choosing that drishti, that gaze point ahead of you that's not moving. We're going to release with the left arm, Both arms going out to the side and bringing that knee back to the center. I'm going to place it down. Fabulous. Releasing with the hands. And bring the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Toes pointing outwards, heels coming in. Bring the hands into prayer position in front of the chest. We come down through our Yogi Squat. So knees tracking over the feet, keeping the spine as straight as possible. Don't worry if you need to come up onto your tiptoes. You're going to bring the elbows to the inside edges of the legs, just using the arms to gently guide the knees outwards. Here for one more breath. And then releasing with the hands, we're going to take the hands behind, coming into our boat pose. So options here, we can hover the feet just off the floor. We can lift the feet up to that parallel line. Hands can be behind or hands can be reaching forward. So choose your variation. We're going to hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the hands and feet down, making sure that you've got some space behind. Now reach the arms in front, coming down slowly, bringing the spine down one vertebrae at a time, and then taking the arms out into cactus arms. So we've got a right angle at the elbows, palms facing up, bringing the knees in towards the chest. We're going to straighten out the left leg along the floor. And using the left arm, bring that right knee over to the side. Keeping the right shoulder pressing into the floor. The upper body is staying straight, the lower body is twisting. And then releasing with the left hand, bring it back into that cactus, using the core strength to bring that right knee back to the center. We're going to bring the left leg in to join it, sending the right leg out straight. And taking that left knee over to the right hand side. You can use that right hand to help guide, keeping the left shoulder grounding into the floor. And we're going to release with that hand, bringing it back to the cactus, bringing that left knee back in, bring the right knee in to join, wrap both arms around the legs, just taking that sway from side to side, before placing the feet back down on the floor. Send the legs out straight, one leg and the other leg, palms facing up to the ceiling, snuggling the shoulder blades down the spine, and release. Allowing your body to relax, to feel held by the earth. Allowing your breath to come all the way down into your stomach. We're going to bring the palms together in front of our chest, closing our practice together. Namaste. Thanks so much for sharing your practice with me today. If you enjoyed it, do give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know how you found it in the comments below. See you again soon.